Word formation process, also called morphological process, is a means by which new words are produced either by modification of existing words or by complete innovation, which in turn become a part of the language. Inflection is a process which forms new lexemes. Inflection job is to transfer said lexeme into their respective word form to make them fit into a sentence pattern. An example for derivation is adding the suffix full the lexeme respect resulting in the word respectful. If you add the prefix this, you get disrespectful. An example for inflection is the conjunction of the verb to go into one or even adding the third person as forming thus. You probably recognize this example of derivation saying the word class of our original lexeme it has changed from a noun into an adjective. Such thing cannot occur with inflection as it merely produces the word form of a lexeme and are all fixed. Compounding is a word formation process based on the combination of lexical element or word or stem. Example, so in the case of football, we have foot which is our first morpheme and that's a noun. And we have a ball which is the second morpheme and that's also a noun. So that stands as a noun and noun to create football. Formation. Back formation is a morphological process in which new word is created by extracting affixes from another word. In this way, it is the reverse of affixation in which affixes are added. Back formation is also different from clipping since it brings a change in the parts of speech or the word's meaning. For example, the noun insertion has been back formatted into verb insert by removing the suffix "ian". As the name suggests, clipping is the word formation process in which a word is reduced to a shortened form. With a sharp contrast to back formation, clipping keeps the original word meaning intact. These words are very common in everyday speech. For instance, lab is the clipped form of laboratory. There are 4 types of clipping. Number 1, black clipping, also called final clipping. It involves the transition of end of a word as in ad from advertisement. Second, for clipping, also called initial clipping. It is the removal of the beginning of a word as in phone from telephone. Third, middle clipping, also medial clipping. It is the extraction of the beginning and end of a word as in flu from influenza. Fourth, complex clipping is removing multiple part from multiple words as in cablegram from cable telegram. This refers to the words adopted from other language. There are 2 types of borrowings. Number 1, loan word. By this process, a word is borrowed from another language without translating it into the target language. For example, the parser toward the verset is borrowed directly from French, which means a mastery or brilliant feat. Second, loan translation, also known as calcu, a morphological process wherein a word or phrase from another language is borrowed by literally translating it into the target language. For example, the parse point of view has been translated into English from the French parse point of view. Coinage, also called invention, is a morphological process by which new words are invented. Sometimes popular trademark names of various products are adopted by people so extensively that they ultimately become the everyday word of language. For example, heroin, aspirin, escalator, Xerox, kerosene, nylon, Band-Aid, Vaseline, margarine, videotape. Again, some words are being invented due to rapid cultural change and the spirit of information technology, mass media, internet. For example, Google, blog, hotspot, netbook, tablet, tweet, emoticon, smartphone. Blending. Blending, also called portmanteau, is a morphological process in which the parts of 2 or more words are combined together to form a new word. Usually, the parts consist of the beginning of one word and the end of the other words. Typically, the meaning of the blended word reverberates with the meaning of the original word. For example, breakfast plus lunch, brunch. Motor plus hotel, motel motel. However, blending should not be confused with compounding, which combines two words without truncation of part of the roots of the blended words. Acronyms. These words are formed with the initial letters or S of the major parts of a word or a longer pairs. With a few exceptions, acronyms are usually capitalized. Some linguists confuse acronyms with initials, which are also abbreviation format in the similar manner as the former. In essence, there is a sharp difference between the two. In language, an acronym is pronounced as a single word rather than just individual letters, which is characteristic of initialism. For example, acronyms: United National Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO, like amplification by stimulate emission of radiation or laser. International Criminal Police Organization Interpol Inti Lamis. Personal Computer PC Asian Development Bank ADB. Liquid Crystal Display LCD. Reduplication, also called cloning, dubbing, duplication, repetition is a word formation process in which a new is created by repeating all or part of a root or a stem, often with a change for vowel or initial consonant. Reduplication is not a major means of creating lexeme in English, but is perhaps the most unusual one. Based on their usage, the techniques of reduplication could be classified in the following manner. Number 1. Repetition without change. Bye bye, tick tick. Rhyming reduplication, ding ding, super duper, bow bow. Third, repetition with change of vowel. Tip top, chit chat, flip flop, ping pong, dilly dally, wishy washy. Fourth, repetition with change of initial consonant. Teeny weeny.